What's going on, guys? Aero here, and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, I want to talk to you guys some more about Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet with Generation 9, as we're finally in the month of November, which means that Generation 9 is just a couple days away from coming out, and with the way that everything works, I am basically guaranteeing that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is 100% going to be leaked early. Now, we've seen this happen with Pokemon games for so many years now, and it pretty much happens with like any major video game nowadays, where somebody's going to get the game early and start leaking all the information. And so in this video, I kind of want to talk about how it's happened in the past and when to expect it for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and exactly how it's going to go. Now real quick before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that I am partnered with Best Buy now, and so there will be links below in the description and the pinned comment to Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Violet, and even the double pack. If you click those links and then pre-order from there, you can really support me and help out the channel a lot, so I would really appreciate it. And Best Buy is awesome because they'll actually give you free shipping and send the game right to your house day one, so if you want to play the games the day that they're available and have them delivered right to your doorstep, then definitely consider pre-ordering from the links below in the description or the pinned comment. I would really appreciate it. And these games are looking pretty cool, so I know a lot of you guys definitely want them. So in this video, we're going to take a quick trip down memory lane and talk about pretty much how Pokemon games have leaked in the past. So the most iconic one that I can remember off the top of my head is with Pokemon X and Y back in 2013. There was an insane amount of hype for these games because they were, of course, the first ever 3D Pokemon games, the first ever Pokemon games on the Nintendo 3DS, and they just looked like a drastic improvement over the sprite-based games that we've had for so long. And there was somebody by the name of Costa Din who actually had a person who was one of his friends who worked at a local mom and pop shop, and he was able to make a deal under the table with this person to get a copy of Pokemon X before the game was supposed to come out. Now, he did the mistake of actually posting all the information about this game on his personal Instagram account, which was very easy for people to figure out exactly where he lives. So he started posting a whole bunch of pictures and leaked images of Pokemon X and Y, and all of this stuff was stuff that nobody knew about, and it was brand new Pokemon, starter evolutions, and all of this information was coming out, and everybody was like going to his Instagram account, and I'm sure he was loving all the new followers and likes and everything that he was getting. But because this was on his personal Instagram account, it was very easy for somebody at Nintendo to see exactly where this was coming from. And so Nintendo actually flew out one of the Nintendo ninjas and went over to this person's house and made him give the game back to Nintendo, and they even warned him and gave a warning to the store that sold the game early that if they do this, that they would have taken them to court and they would have been in a lot of legal trouble. So basically at the end, he posted that one last image saying got Nintendo'd, and it was pretty easy for Nintendo to go and catch this person. Now since then, people have learned that when it comes to leaking stuff like this early, you really kind of need to be anonymous and not really give away your identity, so a lot of times this information can end up leaking on 4chan and just anonymous forums and stuff where somebody can remain hidden and you don't really know exactly where the person is from and any of that. So a lot of times we've seen that with like Pokemon Sun and Moon, where the leaks start happening on 4chan first, where somebody gets a cartridge early and then starts posting images about the new Pokemon, and that's how we end up learning more about the game. Now, Pokemon Sword and Shield probably had some of the most insane leaks that happened for a brand new generation. This happened pretty early into November, and I remember it was all over Twitter. There were so many images about this being posted everywhere for new Pokemon and new features and new gameplay mechanics and gym battles, and all of this information was being posted. But the thing with this was Nintendo was actually very kind of strict about these things that were being posted, and even the Pokemon company was too as well, where I remember the people who were actually leaking this information, there was like some stuff that they got from like one of these strategy guides for Pokemon Sword and Shield early, and they were posting pictures of the brand new Pokemon from that. So that's how we got a lot of information from there. And I remember that even the Pokemon company like threatened to sue them for like $150,000 and stuff, so they got in a lot of legal trouble. But since then, Nintendo has always been kind of pretty strict now with how they go about people that are covering the leaks and stuff like this. Now, sometimes they even go after the YouTubers who cover these leaks and try to take down their videos. From my experience, it seems to be kind of different with each Pokemon game, and it kind of depends on how strict Nintendo wants to be. Like, I remember with Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, I made a couple of videos talking about the leaked information, and they pretty much did not care about any of that at all, and let me make any videos that I wanted to. But with like Pokemon Legends Arceus, I remember I made one video and they took that down, so I had to make another one, and I guess it really kind of just depends on how they feel about the game. Now, because Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is a brand new generation, and it is going to be the first ever open world Pokemon games, it is possible that maybe the Pokemon Company and Nintendo is going to be more strict regarding the leaks for these games, as there's even rumors right now that somebody who was saying that they were going to leak the game already got sent a cease and desist letter from Nintendo and the Pokemon Company, so maybe they are going to go really hard with the leaks this time, but I guess we're really not going to know until the leaks start happening and see how they react. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is exactly how the roadmap is going to go for the leaks for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And so the first thing that's going to happen is somebody is going to get a cartridge early with the physical release of the game, and like a store somewhere is going to sell the game early. And pretty much when this happens, we're going to start seeing pictures of the cartridge being posted online, and all of the information that comes out is just going to be from some person playing the game normally on their Switch, and they're just going to be taking pictures with their phone showing like new Pokemon or the starter evolutions or whatever. But really, once we start getting a data mine, that's when like all the information that's hidden in the code of the game is going to start coming out, and that's not going to be possible until somebody who has a hacked Nintendo Switch is able to get their hands on the game. So if somebody who does get the cartridge early happens to have a hacked Nintendo Switch and they're able to dump the entire game and the ROM online, then it's going to be very easy for people to be able to download the ROM, start playing the game, but also for data miners to be able to look through the code and find any of the hidden Pokemon, hidden items, hidden mechanics, anything that could be potentially even saved for DLC, all of the new Pokemon models, all of the music, all of that type of information is going to be there. So we pretty much kind of have to wait until the data mine happens. And so if you're wondering when the data mine is going to happen, we can take a look right here and see exactly how many days the data mine happened before it launches in terms of previous games. And so if we take a look right here for Pokemon Sun and Moon, the data mine happened on November 8th. For Ultra Sun and Moon, it was on November 7th. For Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, it was on November 10th. For Sword and Shield, it was on November 11th. For Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, it was on November 8th. And for Pokemon Legends Arceus, it was on January 19th. And so we can take a look right here and see how many days before release date it happened. So about 10 days here, 10 days here, 6 days here. For Sword and Shield, it happened like right before the game came out. The data might happen just 4 days before. For Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, it was an entire 11 days before the game came out. And then for Pokemon Legends Arceus, it was 9 days before. So pretty much this kind of puts us at an average 8 days before launch, as it says right here. So this would mean that for historically, like kind of what we've seen with the past, it would mean that the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet data mine is going to happen on November 7th at the very earliest and November 14th at the very last. So this pretty much means now that we can kind of expect that the leak for these games is going to be happening within the next coming days. I would imagine somebody is going to get the game early and start just posting images of them playing the game, but in terms of the data mine, that is going to be happening very soon as well. So I guess we just kind of have to wait a couple days and see exactly when it comes out. Now, as usual, I will be covering all the leaked information as it's coming out, and I'll try to compile everything together into just one massive video so that you guys can just watch that and learn all the new information. And I'll make sure not to spoil anything in the thumbnails or titles, as I'll be using silhouettes and question marks and blurred out things, but I know there's going to be some YouTubers who are not going to care about that and just put blatant spoilers in the thumbnail. So if you don't want to know anything about these games and go in completely blind, it is going to be a good time to start getting off the internet. But yeah, there you go guys, that is pretty much all the information that we have right now about the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet leaks and when the information is going to be coming out. If you guys enjoyed this video, then definitely be sure to click that like button and also comment down below and let me know what you guys think about this. Are you guys looking forward to the leaks? Are you going to be looking at them? Or are you going to try to stay away from them? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to have some more Pokemon content in the future, so definitely be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Click on that bell to become a part of the notification squad. Go follow me on Twitter at @Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros. And Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.